Hey, adventurers, welcome to Let's Just Go podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kayla, and today we're going to be talking to you about Boardwalk Inn at Walt Disney World.
We're doing a series on deluxe resorts and villas, and so that you get a quick glimpse into what does that resort look like. And today we're talking about the Boardwalk, as Kayla said. I do love the Boardwalk too. Oh, I love them all.
But do you miss the clown pool?
No, it had a really crazy, terrible clown.
It looked like Carrot Top.
Yeah, it was awful. Somebody approved that. I can't imagine they're still employed. But if you're wondering what is the theming of it, it is Atlantic City Boardwalk, 1940 type style, hence the large, scary clown. A really unique setup because it does, from the outside, looks like a regular hotel. You walk through the lobby and then onto the back end of the resort, and you're on the boardwalk, which is basically on the lake, which is where you're going to find the restaurants. So you're not really getting like restaurants inside of the lobby and so forth, but some great restaurants, amazing location, quick walk, less than 10 minutes to the entrance of Epcot, probably 15 to 20 minute walk, depending on where your room is, to Hollywood Studios. You can also take the boat. You have access to the Skyliner, which can get you to other resorts, get you to Hollywood Studios. You can jump on the boat to get to other resorts or to Hollywood Studios, Swan and Dolphin, Beach and Yacht Club, all really close. My favorite part, though, is the boardwalk. The boardwalk is underserved, underplayed in some ways. It's great when you're staying there because as you walk by, at night, there's going to be little jugglers out there or people doing acrobatics.
There's a lot of fun things happening is the point. Like there's Surrey bikes.
No, that's not fun. That's awful.
I was going to say, I loved Surrey bikes until I became an adult. They're really fun when you're a kid. And they're really fun until you hit that little incline.
It's not little. It feels very awful.
It feels like you're literally climbing a mountain with a literal ton. Mm-hmm. That you are like slowly trying to get up the mountain. So yeah, it's there's a lot to do, in my opinion. I think that Boardwalk is without a doubt the resort that has like the most going on.
Yeah.
That being said, I do think, and you've stayed there, so I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong. I do think the Boardwalk is the most difficult place to get a breakfast. Like if you're staying there and you want to grab a quick breakfast.
Yeah. So the issue is the quick service is on the boardwalk. So you have to go outside to get there, which is not ideal for everybody. And especially not if it's raining.
And
right?
It's small with I feel like every time I've gone by, the line is so long.
It is small. They've recently renovated it, and they also now have breakfast options in the lounge. That's to the right of the lobby if you first walk in. And then they have since in the last year or two taken out the shop that was in the lobby. There was a small little shop to the left, and now it's a coffee location where you can grab like pastries as well. So I think that's a much better venue than the little shop that was in there because they have the shops along the boardwalk. So we mentioned some food options, but we also have Flying Fish.
Yum.
Which is a signature restaurant and great. We have the AbracadaBar, which is a fun themed, old time magic type themed bar. They do have some like bar eats for certain hours of the day. You have a pizza window where you can order pizza to go. You now actually, I think you can even get that large mozzarella fried stick thing.
Oh, right. At the corn dog spot. That's the thing about Boardwalk is they have a bunch of little carts.
Yep.
Like they have way more diverse food.
A Mickey pretzel with cheese at one of those carts and margaritas there.
I was to say margaritas. Yeah.
Nachos. They have Trattoria Al Forno, which is really good Italian location. And then they have an ice cream place there as well, and opening up the cake bake shop soon, right?
It already opened.
It's opened. Okay, well, I probably won't go there, but but it's there. Then they recently closed one of the breweries that was there, so something new to come there as well. They have an art an art place where I just walk in and pretend like,
Gallery. It's called Gallery.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can tell I don't really not well versed in the culture. But I walk in, I say, "Oh, how much is that table of like that is like hand molded into like the seven dwarfs?" And they're literally they're like $22,000, and I go, "Ooh, I thought
Can
it
I
would
get my annual pass holder discount?
be more." Oh, that's a little lower than I was going to spend, and then I just walk out. So, uh,
And they definitely believe you when you
yeah,
say
they're like,
that.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that guy." But they have an arcade there, and the pool is great. Really interesting rooms. So we do have the villas. So from studios up there, we only have studios and one bedrooms available to people. But you also have the standard hotel rooms. You do have that deluxe room. Some of those deluxe rooms that sleep six people in a regular hotel room. You have club level lounge access in club level rooms, which are great. The whole resort has been recently renovated, so it's got a nice new fresh look. And these really unique cottage rooms where they only sleep two, but they kind of have a loft bedroom and the living space is on the bottom. Those rooms are expensive and do actually have club level access. So but you have to kind of go outside to get back in and get up to the club level. But it's a unique place if you're looking for something out of the ordinary, and you're just two adults going for a little romantic getaway.
I will say, so here's my thought. Again, I've never stayed at Boardwalk. I know Chris loves Boardwalk. Here's my one, not caveat, but like something that I think people should be aware of. And that is when you leave the lobby of the Boardwalk to head towards Epcot, you do have to go down a flight of stairs. So, in terms of accessibility, if you have a hard time getting up and down stairs and you need an elevator, that might be not necessarily a deal breaker, but like that could be something that sways you because it's not a matter of just getting to the lobby and going out. It's you have to get from the floor you're on to the lobby and then still get further. So
Yeah, and you're right. So if you're staying in the hotel side, you would have to take two elevators. If
different
you're staying in
elevator.
the villa side, you could just take the one elevator. But
Yeah, because if you have a stroller, like I'm thinking about like I'm gonna call it rush hour, right? I'm thinking about
yeah,
like the time before the parks open, specifically thinking about Epcot, because for Hollywood Studios, if you potentially wanted to take the trail to get to Hollywood Studios, you might need to go down like a step if you're going like the back way out of Boardwalk. So then you wouldn't need to be going down the elevators. But if the park opens at 9 and it's 8 because you can get in at 8:30, there's going to be a line for the elevator. And
it's
that part is just something to keep in mind. Or at the end of the night, and you're like, I just want to get this screaming child back to our room. What is the fastest and easiest way to do this? It's staying at Beach Club or Yacht Club is the answer.
yeah, yeah. But if you want a Mickey pretzel, uh,
Right, right.
they also do have. We didn't talk about probably the most nightlife available, although
Oh,
likely closing. Jelly Rolls, which is the piano bar, and then they have the Atlantic City Dance Hall, which on the weekends is open for like a dance cougars.
have you ever been in Atlantic City Dance Hall?
Only during COVID when Jelly Rolls wasn't open.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah,
I was just talking about Jelly Rolls on Saturday. So it's Monday right now that we're recording this. So 2 days ago, I was talking about Jelly Rolls to Brian because as a cast member, you get in for free on certain days, or at least that's how it used to be. This was a decade ago. And we had like a going away party for someone. And I was like pretty newly 21. And so I didn't know anything about like alcohol and like things to order. Like I didn't know. And I was telling Brian that I get White Russians and mudslides confused because at Jelly Roll, they don't have blenders, but my friends were like, Kayla, get a mudslide. And so they do a mudslide on the rocks, which Brian was like, that's absolutely disgusting. I can't believe they would do that. But in my head, they're the same drink because they're both just like white. Like they're just these like white alcoholic beverages. And I remember being like, oh, this is what alcohol tastes like. This isn't bad. I don't hate this. And then the next thing I knew, I was drunk at Jelly Rolls at 21 years old.
singing along to the. So Jelly Rolls is a dueling piano bar. At least at the time of we're recording this, there are rumors that it's closing and going to be rethemed
Yeah.
into a different like jazz type lounge area. So we'll see if that holds true. But definitely lots of access to food, entertainment, 2 of the 4 theme parks. Again, you're on that lake, Crescent Lake, which is a 0.7-mile loop to walk around. You know, if I'm not, here's where I'm staying, right? I'm either staying here at the beach in the yacht club because I can't, the location's so prime.
So great. It's such a good location. And it's a great location. It's got the most extracurriculars. It has, I would say, the most diverse food options, just in terms of like, you've got your signature dining, you've got your more casual dining that's still fantastic. But then you also have, like you were saying, we could get a corn dog, we can get a slice of pizza, we can get a margarita, we can go, like to a lot of different places, which I think if you are visiting the parks and you go regularly and you want that downtime, this is the place to be to get that downtime and like make the most of it.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree.
So in terms of size of the resort, it's actually one of the smaller resorts in terms of like standard rooms. So it's got less than 400 standard hotel rooms. But then once you factor in the villas, there are over 900 rooms. So it's width-wise, it's the same size basically as Yacht and Beach Club put together. But correct me if I'm wrong here, Chris, the Boardwalk Villas sort of go back more. Like
They do.
They're not as we were talking in the Yacht and Beach Club episode about how it's like twisty and turny, and I don't think it's that way at Boardwalk.
No, it just kind of, it's a long line, a long walk down a long hallway.
I mean, I think Epcot Resort area in general is a fantastic place to be, but that might not be the way that you want to go. You might be a Magic Kingdom person. You might want to be near Disney Springs. And if that's the case, that's okay. We're going to talk about those places too. This doesn't have to be the place that you choose. It's up to you. We're just here to inform you. So keep listening to the series. Let us know what questions you have. And until next time, let's just go.